right, we can do this. We can get through a Borat movie review without doing a rubbish impression. Come on.
You fist me.
Right.
Now I fist you?
Right, there you
What
go.
do you prefer? You fist me or I fist you?
Same time.
Fist each other.
There you go.
Hello and welcome to Popcorn Dreams Gut Reactions. If you're looking for a quick spoiler-free review, then you have come to the right place. And today we are reviewing Borat, subsequent movie film.
They're nice.
It was directed by Jason Walliner, who also made a lot of TV shows. And written by Sacha Baron Cohen, plus a vast number of other writers. It's almost like they didn't really have a true idea, but felt like they could do something fun with this, considering the elections coming up, and they just got a room full of writers. Let's have a look, shall we? This involves Anthony Hines, Dan Swimmer, Peter Banham, Erica Rivinoja, Dan Mazer, Jenna Friedman, Lee Kern. Yeah, I guess he needed some help with the writing.
Your daddy has a lot to learn.
My daddy is the smartest person in the whole flat world.
Borat is tasked with delivering a prodigious bribe to someone in power in America so that Kazakhstan can become more high profile on the world stage. The bribe and the target for the bribe changes several times as the film progresses, giving us several different titles for the movie.
14 years ago, I released a movie film which brought great shame to Kazakhstan. But now I was instructed to return to Yankee Land to carry out secret mission.
I go to America!
Starring Sacha Baron Cohen, who is obviously famous for doing Borat, but also is well known for doing Bruno and Ali G. And also starring Maria Bakalova, who has not done anything that I can see in the English language. Every film that she's done previously seems to be in Bulgarian. So I haven't seen many of those. Okay, I haven't seen any of those. I feel like I'm not doing my job properly.
This one with the baby on it.
Are they any good? Well, Sacha Baron Cohen has been doing his Borat shtick for years. You know it. You either love it or you hate it by now. I'm guessing that might have something to do with your political alliances as to how much you love him or hate him. But there are no surprises in his performance here. It is just as shocking and outlandish as you would expect him to be. What is surprising is Maria Bakalova. She is a revelation in what could be a completely thankless role. Like, the moment that they announce anyone else being in the Borat film, you immediately start to think, will they be able to carry it off? Sacha Baron Cohen is a big personality. That's maybe a polite way of saying ego. And, you know, she is going to have to counter that. And you just worry immediately that she's just going to get swamped and she's not going to be able to match him. But she does. Oh my God, does she? She's amazing. She feels like a real part of Borat's world. She feels like Borat's version of Kazakhstan is a real place and they just found another girl from there to go with him to America. She's fantastic.
I have a baby inside me.
Can you take it out?
No, we cannot. That's not what we do here.
Right, as for the production, first thing I have to say is that it is very funny. There are many places in that movie that made me laugh out loud, as does the original Borat film still makes me laugh out loud. But it's not as well thought out and well done as the first movie. What Sacha Baron Cohen is very good at is taking a character who is outlandish enough that the person he's talking to will be shocked by it, and their reaction is more natural, revealing, of course, their natural prejudices and their genuine natural thoughts about the world and the things around them. And that's always been what's so great, and actually what's so successful and what's so powerful about Borat as a character. There are times in this film where he almost feels more like a bully trying to manipulate the response that he wants, rather than just revealing, rather than just peeling away the layers and letting the person, through their own words, reveal who they actually are. I've always felt there's an element of this with Borat. For example, they go to like a garden centre hardware store, and Borat is talking about buying a cage for something. I won't spoil what it is. And the old guy who works there is just going, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sure that'll do. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, he'll probably do that. That section I didn't find funny, because I don't think it reveals that this guy, who is like an every man, just the average guy on the street, it doesn't reveal what he was thinking. It doesn't show him to be thinking, oh yes, we should use cages for that, that's fine. What it shows is he's very patient with somebody who's clearly a foreigner, who clearly doesn't speak English as their first language, and is more concerned about the sale, and presumes, I think he gives Borat the benefit of the doubt, that what he's saying is not quite what he means. It's like I live in Hong Kong, and where I work, every single day people say things because they're Chinese, they don't speak English as their first language. They say things that they don't quite mean what they say. And sometimes it can be quite rude and quite offensive, but you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. That doesn't mean to say that I agree with the literal things that they have said. It means that I understand that they're doing their best, trying to communicate with me, and that sometimes things come out in the wrong way. And I think sometimes Borat struggles to get the difference between revealing someone's true inner self or just being kind of silly and juvenile in front of someone in the street and hoping for a reaction. And really, I feel a lot of those situations, he didn't really get the reaction that he wanted. Also, I've said that Maria Bakalova is a revelation, and she is. Tuta as a character, as Borat's daughter, is phenomenally great. And she proves many times in this film that she is as fearless as Sacha Baron Cohen is. She clearly said, right, I will do whatever I want to do and need to do to get this character over. Fantastic. That's great. But there are some times which reveal that she doesn't have the experience that Cohen has. She doesn't have because she doesn't have that experience, she doesn't have the ability to work a room and work an individual to get them to reveal themselves in that same way that Cohen does. Whereas he will break down somebody, she doesn't in the same way, and that's no detriment to her. She is amazing in this and genuinely very funny. But either because the writing's not as good for her as it is for when Cohen is writing for himself, or because of her lack of experience doing this before, there are some scenes where she goes to an all-women's group and it's not really funny. She doesn't reveal anything particularly about that women's group. All she does is show that people will be uncomfortable if you're talking about more personal things. They immediately then say, can we call her an Uber? Well, are we supposed to see them as being intolerant? I don't think they are. I think they're just awkward for this person that's walked in off the street. It's another example where it doesn't quite hit the mark. Part of that is because people know the Borat shtick. People are a lot more media savvy in a world where social media exists. Certainly, social media was no way developed as it is now, but people are a lot more aware of the things that they say in front of cameras or the things that they say publicly and the ripple effect that that can have. So we have a pastor at a women's health clinic who won't do abortions. That it doesn't really click, that scene. Borat and Tuta are funny because of the things they're saying, but the reaction doesn't really reveal anything about them that we don't know already. It doesn't reveal anything about that person's beliefs or their thoughts. It's nothing new, so people see it coming, I think. It's very funny in a lot of places, but it doesn't get the shocking reactions from people that the first film did. Not to the same degree. There are some situations where it does, but not as much. And of course, I have to mention the Giuliani section. A lot has been made out of that, and I feel like a lot of people commenting on social media are commenting with their political beliefs rather than commenting about what they see. Is he a bit of a gross, creepy old man? Yes. He does kind of come across like that. The fact that he's quite keen to get her drinking whiskey, and the fact that he's a little bit flirtatious. But whilst they're doing the interview, I don't remember him stepping over the line at that point. When they then go to take off his microphone and she takes him into the next room, which is a bedroom because they're being interviewed in a hotel room, which is not that uncommon. She pulls his microphone off, which pulls his shirt out as well because the microphone is tucked in and goes round to the power pack. The angles are chosen very deliberately and very cleverly to make it look as bad as possible. And he does do this kind of creepy pat on her back. You know, that creepy little touch in the small of her back whilst she's sort of pulling the wire out. So she looks like she's bent over and it's shot from behind. So it kind of looks like she's sort of doing something to his crotch, which I guess she kind of is because she's pulling that cable out. But, you know, the camera angle is very deliberately chosen and fair enough. As for what Giuliani was doing when he kind of leans back, he's a big lad. He's quite fat. So to me, it looked like he was tucking his shirt in. I don't think he was playing with his balls. I know a lot of people online have said that he is. And you can go and see they've used that scene as marketing because the shock of that could help sell the movie. I don't think it's as shocking as they hope it would be, and I don't think it's as shocking as a lot of people on social media are making it out to be. Rudolph Giuliani, gross, creepy old guy? Yes, probably. Aren't all politicians though? I think so. Did they catch him in an uncompromising position? Possibly. I don't think if I was a politician I would have walked into that bedroom, but was he playing with himself? I don't think so. I think he was tucking his shirt in. Now, had Borat not run into the room and interrupted, would he have tried it on? Well, it kind of feels like he would, yeah, but he didn't. And so anything else we say about that is purely conjecture. So had they let it play out for another 5 minutes before Borat ran in and interrupted, would have been very interesting to see, but they didn't. So I can't say for definite. To me, it looks like he's tucking his shirt in. Go look at the footage. You make up your own mind.
What do you say? No, it's not me.
Borat, come back!
People make recognize my face.
Would I recommend Borat subsequent movie film? Yes. Yes, I would. It's interesting. It also, in places, it's very funny. In places, I think it's a shame that he focused solely on Republicans. I know that his politics are very clear, and Borat has always focused more on the right wing than the left wing. But there's plenty to make fun of from the left wing as well. And I prefer Borat when he's just exposing society rather than in this film he feels like he has a specific agenda. Obviously the timing of the release fits that as well, but I would prefer if it didn't feel quite so forced. I liked it. I like Borat. If you like Borat, watch this. You'll have a fun time. But for me, if I wanted to watch more Borat, I would go back and watch the original film rather than this one. partly because the structure's better and because the ending is stronger.
Michael Penis, I brought the girl for you.
Borat's subsequent movie film.
Thanks for watching my review of Borat, subsequent movie film. If you like this review, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Check out our links to social media in the description down below, and I will see you next time on Popcorn Dreams.